Join us as we honor the stars, visionaries, and icons who passed between January and March 1997 in the United States. Marjorie Reynolds. She was born in August 1917 and she died in February 1997. Her age was 79 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was congestive heart failure. An American film and television actress who appeared in over 50 films. She's best remembered for her role as Linda Mason, the love interest of Bing Crosby, in the 1942 musical classic Holiday Inn, where the song White Christmas was introduced. Ethel Owen. She was born in March 1893 and she died in February 1997. Her age was 103 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An American radio, stage, and television actress with a career spanning decades. She was a prominent radio performer in the 1930s and 40s before transitioning to character roles in early television and film. Adriana Caselotti. She was born in May 1916 and she died in January 1997. Her age was 80 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cancer. An American actress and singer who was the voice of the title character in Walt Disney's first full-length animated feature, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, in 1937. She was named a Disney legend in 1994 for her iconic contribution to animation history. Gail Davis. She was born in October 1925 and she died in March 1997. Her age was 71 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cancer. An American actress and singer best known for her starring role as the sharpshooting heroine in the 1950s television series Annie Oakley. She was discovered by Gene Autry and became a popular star of westerns, known for her riding and shooting skills. Sheldon Leonard. He was born in February 1907 and he died in January 1997. His age was 89 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American film and television pioneer. As an actor, he was known for playing gangster types, notably Nick, the bartender, in It's a Wonderful Life. As a producer, he was a driving force behind classic sitcoms like The Andy Griffith Show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, and I Spy. David Doyle. He was born in December 1929 and he died in February 1997. His age was 67 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. An American actor best known for his role as John Bosley, the liaison to the private investigators on the hit television series Charlie's Angels. He was also a recognizable voice actor, voicing Grandpa Lou Pickles on the animated series Rugrats. Don Porter. He was born in September 1912 and he died in February 1997. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American actor known for playing the father, Russell Lawrence, in the television series Gidget. He also starred as James Devery in the Ann Sothern Show and often played politicians or executives in films like The Candidate. Jesse White. He was born in January 1917 and he died in January 1997. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. An American character actor who appeared in numerous films and television shows. He's most famous for his long-running role as the lonely Maytag repairman in television commercials from 1967 to 1988. He also appeared in the film Harvey. Jermaine Stewart. He was born in September 1957 and he died in March 1997. His age was 39 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was AIDS-related liver cancer. An American R&B singer, best known for his 1986 hit single, We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off, He was a former dancer on Soul Train and a backing vocalist for Shalimar before launching a successful solo career in the 1980s. Richard Berry. He was born in April 1935 and he died in January 1997. His age was 61 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. An American singer and songwriter who wrote the rock and roll standard Louie Louie. Though his original 1957 version was a modest hit, the song became a garage rock anthem when covered by the Kingsmen. He was also the uncredited male voice on Etta James's The Wallflower. Catherine Scorsese. She was born in April 1912 and she died in January 1997. Her age was 84 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications from Alzheimer's disease. The mother of director Martin Scorsese, she became a recognizable figure in his films. She is best known for playing the mother of Joe Pesci's character in Goodfellas, famously cooking a late-night meal for the gangsters. The Notorious Big. He was born in May 1972 and he died in March 1997. His age was 24 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was homicide, gunshot wound. Born Christopher Wallace, he was a critically acclaimed American rapper considered one of the greatest of all time. Known for his storytelling abilities and flow, he was a central figure in East Coast hip-hop. He was murdered in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles. Kerry Lofton. He was born in January 1914 and he died in March 1997. His age was 83 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. A legendary American stuntman and stunt coordinator and actor, particularly famous for his driving stunts. He was the unseen truck driver in Steven Spielberg's Duel and coordinated the iconic car chase in Bullet. He appeared in hundreds of films. He is a member of the Stuntmen's Hall of Fame and the Motorcycle Hall of Fame. Laverne Baker. She was born in November 1929 and she died in March 1997. Her age was 67 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cardiovascular disease. An American R&B singer who had a string of hits in the 1950s. She was known for her powerful voice and energetic stage presence. Baker was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1991. Tony Williams. He was born in December 1945 and he died in February 1997. His age was 51 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. An American jazz drummer who rose to fame as a teenage prodigy in the Miles Davis Second Grade Quintet. He was a pioneer of jazz fusion with his band, the Tony Williams Lifetime. He is considered one of the most important and influential drummers in jazz history. Johnny Klein. He was born in June 1918 and he died in January 1997. His age was 78 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American musician who was a drummer for the Lawrence Welk Orchestra for 25 years. He was a fixture on the Lawrence Welk Show, known for his solid rhythm and ability to play various musical styles required by the program. Townes Van Zandt. He was born in March 1944 and he died in January 1997. His age was 52 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cardiac arrhythmia. An influential American singer-songwriter known for his poetic, often melancholic lyrics. Though he never achieved mainstream fame during his life, he is revered by critics and fellow musicians as one of the greatest songwriters of his generation. Colonel Tom Parker. He was born in June 1909 and he died in January 1997. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was stroke. A Dutch-born musical entrepreneur who was the manager of Elvis Presley. He managed Presley's career from 1955 until the singer's death in 1977. He was a controversial figure known for his shrewd control over every aspect of Presley's career. Herb Caen. He was born in April 1916 and he died in February 1997. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was lung cancer. A Pulitzer Prize-winning American journalist whose daily column in the San Francisco Chronicle defined the city's culture for nearly 60 years. He coined the term beatnik and was known as Mr. San Francisco. Burton Lane. He was born in February 1912 and he died in January 1997. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a stroke. An American composer and lyricist for theater and film, he's best known for composing the score for the Broadway musical Finnegan's Rainbow, including Old Devil Moon and On a Clear Day You Can See Forever. He discovered a young Judy Garland. Ellen Griffin Dunn. She was born in January 1932 and she died in January 1997. Her age was 64 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An American crime victims' rights activist following the murder of her daughter, actress Dominique Dunn. She founded the organization Justice for Homicide Victims. She was a tireless advocate for the rights of victims' families in the legal system. Clyde Tombaugh. He was born in February 1906 and he died in January 1997. His age was 90 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. An American astronomer who discovered the dwarf planet Pluto in 1930 while working at Lowell Observatory. He also discovered many asteroids and was a serious researcher of UFOs. Annis Cosby. He was born in April 1969 and he died in January 1997. His age was 27 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was homicide, gunshot wound. The only son of comedian Bill Cosby, he was a graduate student at Columbia University Teachers College, training to teach children with learning disabilities. He was murdered during a roadside robbery attempt in Los Angeles. Jean Dixon. She was born in January 1904 and she died in January 1997. Her age was 93 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cardiac arrest. An American astrologer and psychic who gained fame for allegedly predicting the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. She wrote a syndicated astrology column and advised several high-profile figures, including Nancy Reagan. Pamela Harriman. She was born in March 1920 and she died in February 1997. Her age was 76 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cerebral hemorrhage. An English-born American diplomat and socialite, she served as a United States ambassador to France from 1993 until her death. She was a major fundraiser for the Democratic Party and was married to Randolph Churchill, Leland Hayward, and W. Averell Harriman. Robert H. Dick. He was born in May 1916 and he died in March 1997. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from Parkinson's disease. An American physicist who made significant contributions to astrophysics, atomic physics, and cosmology. He was a pioneer in the search for the cosmic microwave background radiation, which supports the Big Bang Theory. He also invented the lock-in amplifier. James Dickey. He was born in February 1923 and he died in January 1997. His age was 73 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pulmonary fibrosis. An American poet and novelist, he served as a United States Poet Laureate from 1966 to 1968. He gained mainstream fame for his 1970 novel, Deliverance. which was adapted into a successful film in which he played the role of the sheriff. Edward Mills Purcell. He was born in August 1912 and he died in March 1997. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was respiratory failure. An American physicist who shared the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1952 for his independent discovery of nuclear magnetic resonance. This discovery laid the foundation for MRI technology used in medicine today. Judy Barry. She was born in November 1949 and she died in March 1997. Her age was 47 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was breast cancer. An American environmental activist and labor leader, she was a principal organizer for Earth First campaigns to protect the redwoods of Northern California. She survived a car bombing in 1990, which she maintained was an assassination attempt. Harry Hamsley. He was born in March 1909 and he died in January 1997. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pneumonia. An American real estate tycoon whose company became one of the biggest property holders in the United States, including the Empire State Building. His later years were marred by the tax evasion trial of his wife, Leona Hamsley. Charles Huggins. He was born in April 1893 and he died in January 1997. His age was 103 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American painter and illustrator known for his Western themes. He created cover art for major publications like the Saturday Evening Post and Collier's and illustrated hundreds of books. He was associated with the Bucks County Art Colony. Melvin Calvin. He was born in April 1911 and he died in January 1997. His age was 85 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. An American biochemist known for discovering the Calvin cycle, along with Andrew Benson and James Bassam. He was awarded the 1961 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his work in mapping the chemical path of carbon in photosynthesis. Charles Brenton Huggins. He was born in September 1901 and he died in January 1997. His age was 95 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. A Canadian-born American physician and physiologist. He won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1966 for his discoveries concerning hormonal treatment of prostatic cancer. He was a pioneer in the use of chemotherapy to treat cancer. Paul Tsongas. He was born in February 1941 and he died in January 1997. His age was 55 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pneumonia and complications of cancer. An American politician who served as a United States Senator from Massachusetts. He was a candidate for the Democratic presidential nomination in 1992, winning the New Hampshire primary. He was a cancer survivor who championed economic responsibility. Owen Aspinall. He was born in September 1927 and he died in February 1997. His age was 69 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American attorney and politician who served as the 45th governor of American Samoa from 1967 to 1969. He played a key role in the territory's development and modernization during his tenure. John R. Bartels. He was born in November 1897 and he died in February 1997. His age was 99 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American jurist who served as a United States District Judge for the Eastern District of New York for nearly 4 decades. At the time of his death, he was the oldest active federal judge in the United States. Curt Flood. He was born in January 1938 and he died in January 1997. His age was 59 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pneumonia. An American professional baseball player who was a Gold Glove center fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals. He is best remembered for challenging baseball's reserve clause, which paved the way for free agency in professional sports. He played 15 seasons in Major League Baseball (MLB) for the Cincinnati Redlegs, St. Louis Cardinals, and Washington Senators. Dr. Jerry Graham. He was born in December 1921 and he died in January 1997. His age was 75 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a stroke. An American professional wrestler who was the founder of the storyline wrestling family, the Golden Grahams. He was a top star in the WWF, now WWE, in the 1950s and 1960s, often selling out Madison Square Garden. Tony Zale. He was born in May 1913 and he died in March 1997. His age was 83 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from Parkinson's disease. An American professional boxer who held the world middleweight title multiple times. He is famous for his brutal trilogy of fights with Rocky Graziano in the late 1940s. He was known for his incredible durability and body punching. John Nemechek. He was born in March 1970 and he died in March 1997. His age was 27 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was head injuries from a racing accident. An American stock car racing driver who competed in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. He was the younger brother of NASCAR driver Joe Nemechek. He died from injuries sustained in a crash during a race at Homestead, Miami Speedway. Corey Scott. He was born in December 1968 and he died in February 1997. His age was 28 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was trauma from stunt accident. An American professional stunt performer known for his motorcycle jumps. He died performing a dangerous stunt at Orange Bowl in Miami, attempting to jump his motorcycle into a net hoist 70 feet in the air. Carol Haben. She was born in May 1933 and she died in January 1997. Her age was 63 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An American professional baseball player who was a center fielder and catcher in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. She played for several teams, including the Dropwood Peachers and Kalamazoo Lassies. Lawrence Stoddard. He was born in December 1903 and he died in January 1997. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American rower who competed in the 1924 Summer Olympics in Paris. He was the coxswain for the American 8 that won the gold medal, defeating Canada and Italy. Your support keeps their memories alive. Like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more stories of those who made history.